on November 29th and 30th, countless thousands of farmers will gather in New Delhi to march on Parliament with the demand of a special session for Parliament. A special session of Parliament to discuss exclusively the agrarian crisis and related issues. Farmers all over the country have been demanding implementation of the so-called Swaminathan Commission report. It's the most widely known report and the least read, because mostly people don't even know where to access it. You can see all the 5 reports and important summaries of facts from them on the People's Archive of Rural India, www.ruralindiaonline.org, or you can see them on dillichalo.in. Now, the first of these Swaminathan Commission reports was submitted to Parliament in December 2004. The last of the reports, that is volume 2 of the 5th report, volume 1 and 2 of the 5th report, those were submitted around October 2006. In the 14 years since the submission of the first report, there has been no parliamentary discussion of them, no special day, no special session, nothing. This country could have a joint special session of Parliament at midnight to pass the GST bill. But it could not find a single day, any time for its tens of millions of farmers in the past 14 years. Hence, the All India Kisan Sangharsh Coordination Committee, an umbrella organization claiming the support of nearly 200 farm groups and organizations from very large to small ones, has given a call for a march on Parliament on 29th and 30th, especially on 30th morning, but our 29th assembling march into Ram Leela grounds from 4 sides of Delhi, north, east, west and south. What's important here is this time it shouldn't be just farmers making the demand. It's time the middle classes made themselves relevant to the lives and struggles of our farmers and farm laborers. Let me emphasize that. The middle class groups that have come together very loosely and non-hierarchically on this are called the Nation for Farmers Group. And they exist as independent and federal chapters in many cities of India now. So within the Nation for Farmers, which consists of middle class professionals, doctors, lawyers, there are groups banding themselves as Students for Farmers, Techies for Farmers. In fact, they're all under the banner of Nation for Farmers, and within them they bring their specialized expertise in any way they can to help. Most importantly, they are showing up to march alongside the farmers on November 29th and 30th in the capital city of Delhi. This is an appeal to the middle classes, to our colleagues and friends and fellow journalists, lawyers, doctors, teachers. Surely the time has come to show that we care about this country's farmers. In March this year in Mumbai, it was astonishing to me and to my colleagues when thousands of middle class people showed up at the Azad Maidan to greet the 40,000 Adivasi, mainly Adivasi farmers who marched that distance of 182 kilometers from Nashik to Mumbai on their demands. The AIKSCC has drawn up 2 bills, one on freedom from debt for farmers and one on the minimum support price, which we believe have to be passed in this session of Parliament, in that special session if the government holds a special session. And the demand of the 29th, 30th marchers is for a special session of Parliament. From the Nation of Farmers, now the AIKSCC is going to bring those 2 bills. We should see that they're passed. But I also believe that we need that special session to be 3 weeks. There's a 20-year ongoing agrarian crisis. Its related issues include the mega water crisis that the country is suffering from, and which is going to get accentuated with the spread of drought in Maharashtra and neighboring states. The rights and the growing indebtedness and karza maafi issues and credit flows of farmers, not just the loan waiver, but also the creation of a proper credit flow which prevents them from getting into debt in the first place. Maybe discussions on the rights and entitlements of women farmers, Dalit farmers, Adivasi farmers. The women farmers issue, there was a bill, private members bill introduced by Dr. Swaminathan in 2011. It just lapsed. I believe that you have no hope of solving the agrarian crisis if you do not address and engage with the issues of those who do the greatest amount of work in Indian agriculture. Likewise, I believe that if you do not address the issues of Dalit farmers and Adivasi farmers, those of having title deeds, pattas, implementation of the Forest Rights Act, access to government benefits, to state benefits, I believe that solutions will be temporary and transient. Yeah. Many of those issues that are pending include outstanding issues of land reform, which too, by the way, the Swaminathan Commission report mentions. It mentions issues of soil fertility, or declining soil fertility nationwide. There are other issues like those of creating a price stabilization fund. And I also want to see a part of that session where the victims of the agrarian crisis stand on the floor of the Central Hall of Parliament and tell the nation what the crisis means to them, what it has done to them. I would believe that this is such a democratic demand. What are you asking? You're asking, what are these people asking? They're asking that Parliament function for them, that it function at least once for the marginalized, the poor, the deprived, and the dispossessed. Right? Issues of land acquisition have to be discussed in that session. So if you have a special session, it's got to be sizable. It's got to be 3 weeks. It's got to be able to take on all these different issues. Yeah? And it's got to allow the victims of the agrarian crisis to talk to their fellow citizens from that floor of Parliament. It would really show what a democracy you can be, which you are not at this moment. So I think that's a very important demand, and I think that every member of Parliament ought to sign the petition put out by the Nation of Farmers calling for a special session of Parliament to discuss these issues. I believe members of Parliament who always claim that they are pro-poor, that they are with the farmers, should be there on the 29th and 30th marching with the farmers, regardless of your orientation or your belief in economics or whatever. You should be there with those farmers, as should the middle classes.